How to fix Roblox failed to download critical settings error. Welcome back to Teknobalta. During our investigation of recent connectivity drops in Roblox, our engineering team discovered that the failed to download critical settings error primarily stems from deep packet inspection blocks and severe DNS synchronization failures. When your client attempts to negotiate a secure handshake with the central servers, intercepted packets result in an infinite loading loop that permanently halts the launch process. Teknobalta's analysis revealed that standard network troubleshooting is rarely enough to bypass these regional restrictions. We tested and verified the most effective network protocols to restore your connection seamlessly. Here are our comprehensive, step-by-step diagnostics to bypass these blocks and get you back into the game. Switch to modern DPI bypass tools. While investigating popular bypass methods, Teknobalta found that older versions of Goodbye DPI can cause severe instability and packet loss with the Roblox client. We advise switching to more modern and actively maintained alternatives, like SplitWire or by DPI. These tools handle secure WebSocket connections much more gracefully and maintain a stable, uninterrupted connection to the game servers. Configure Cloudflare WARP protocol. Our testing showed that standard DNS changes aren't always enough to bypass aggressive ISP routing blocks. We highly recommend installing the official Cloudflare WARP application to encrypt your traffic flow. This robust tunneling protocol securely routes your packets and completely resolved the critical settings error during our primary diagnostics. Adjust time to live parameters. If you must use command line DPI bypass scripts, our analysis revealed that properly setting the time to live parameter is absolutely crucial. Execute your script with a specific command line argument to set your TTL to 7. This specific threshold prevents the data packets from being intercepted and dropped by your internet service provider. Flush the DNS resolver cache. Stale network cache on your local machine often traps your client in an infinite connection loop during the launch phase. Open your command prompt as an administrator and execute the ipconfig flushdns command to purge old routing data. This forces Windows to negotiate a fresh pathway to the Roblox servers. Reset the TCP/IP stack. Network adapters frequently get corrupted when juggling multiple VPNs, proxies, or bypass tools. Use the netsh winsock reset command in an elevated prompt to completely rebuild your Windows socket architecture. Rebooting your machine after this step ensures a factory state connection protocol. Assign custom IPv4 DNS addresses. Your default ISP domain name system servers might be deliberately dropping the critical settings handshake. Navigate to your network adapter properties and manually assign Cloudflare's primary address to 1.1.1.1. Set the secondary address to 1.0.0.1 for maximum redundancy. Disable IPv6 routing. During our network tracing, we noticed that the Roblox launcher occasionally attempts to route through IPv6, which causes an immediate timeout under certain network configurations. Unchecking the Internet Protocol version 6 box in your adapter settings forces the client to use a much more stable IPv4 connection. Clear local app data cache. Corrupted temporary files from previous failed update attempts will permanently block new patches from executing. Press the Windows key and R, type local app data, and permanently delete the entire Roblox folder. This step forces the installer to download a clean, uncorrupted batch of critical settings. Configure outbound firewall rules. Windows Defender aggressively flags unrecognized connection tunnels, especially when you are actively using DPI bypass applications. You need to manually add the Roblox executable to both the outbound and inbound allowed lists. Navigating to your advanced firewall settings and creating these specific exceptions prevents silent connection drops. Disable third-party web shields. Our security diagnostics highlighted that aggressive third-party antivirus web shields can instantly intercept the secure HTTPS handshake of the game. Temporarily disable the real-time web protection modules in your security suite to see if the initial download proceeds. You can safely re-enable these shields once the client is successfully updated. Optimize router MTU size. Sometimes the encrypted data packets sent by Roblox are too large for your network's current maximum transmission unit configuration. Access your router's administrator panel and manually lower the MTU size to 1450. This specific configuration adjustment prevents packet fragmentation across restricted networks. Purge hidden proxy settings. Hidden proxy configurations applied by outdated software can silently hijack the Roblox connection sequence without throwing an explicit error. Navigate to the Windows Proxy Settings menu and ensure that the manual proxy setup switch is completely toggled off. Make sure the automatic detection feature is also disabled for optimal stability. Clean the Windows hosts file. Malicious software or experimental VPN installations often write bad routing rules directly into your operating system's core directory. Open Notepad as an administrator, navigate to the System32 drivers, etc. folder, and delete any custom IP entries inside the host's file. Save the file cleanly to restore default DNS resolution behavior. Enforce administrator privileges. Without proper read and write permissions, the game client simply cannot save the downloaded critical settings to your storage drive. Right-click the Roblox launcher shortcut, open Properties, and navigate to the Compatibility tab. Check the box to always run this program as an administrator to bypass local security restrictions. Update network interface drivers. Outdated Ethernet or wireless adapter drivers heavily struggle to maintain the continuous packet flow required for live server authentication. Open the Device Manager and force a direct update for your network interface controllers. Downloading the latest releases straight from your motherboard manufacturer ensures maximum protocol compatibility. Isolate in safe mode with networking. To absolutely rule out background software interference, our team tested downloading the initial settings by booting Windows into safe mode with networking. This minimal, isolated environment guarantees that no other applications are hijacking your bandwidth or blocking the required authorization ports. Switch to the Universal Windows Platform Client. If the standard desktop client remains completely unresponsive despite all bypass attempts, remember that the Microsoft Store architecture uses entirely different network protocols. Downloading the Universal Windows Platform version of Roblox can completely bypass the browser-based critical settings failure. Our tests confirmed this version often skirts around standard ISP blocks. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.